When I heard that they wanted to do an opera of Dead Man Walking, this was after the film had been done, I went, yes.
It's about the classic things that stories are about: love, hate, loss, joy, grief, redemption, vengeance.
I'm just a human being that gets in over my head in this incredible conflict. I'm with a death row inmate who's done a terrible crime, and I'm with him in his execution. And I also make my way over to the victim's family and their suffering. And it's a terrible enigma, and I'm in the midst of it. And through telling my story in Dead Man Walking, I want to bring people on the journey with me, because it's something we all struggle with.
I was asked to write an opera for the San Francisco Opera out of the blue. I had never written an opera. I was mostly a song composer at the time. And I was sent to New York to meet with Terrence McNally, the great American playwright, 4-time Tony Award winner, has written for the stage, for the musical theater, had never written an opera either. And he wanted to do a big American drama. And he said one day he was walking down the street and just Dead Man Walking popped into his head. And it really took over him. And the minute he suggested it to me, it took over me too. I just felt this rush of music and possibility. And from that moment, we were dead set on telling that story for the opera stage.
I called Jake when I heard that they wanted to do an opera. My literary agent had said, before you sign the contract, and you may want to speak to the composer. Called him up. He was so personable. He was so real, so human. And we had a wonderful conversation. I said, Jake, I don't know boo-scat about opera, but if you can hold in this opera the journey of redemption, that is what I want most of all. And then I added, and please do music that we can hum when we come out of the theater, because when they do that modern atonal stuff, nobody likes it and nobody can remember it. He said, Sister Helen, you have my promise on that.
I'm very lyrical as a composer. I'm tonally based. I like big lyric lines. I love writing for operatic voices, but I also love the music of our time. I love gospel, I love blues, I love jazz, I love rock, I love pop, and all of those influences were demanded by the libretto, by the story that Terrence McNally wrote. And so it incorporates all those musical idioms, and I think people feel welcomed into that world of music, as well as challenged emotionally by what's going on the stage.
In a way, the opera is the fullest artistic expression, because you not only see acting out in front of you the murder, then that leads to the execution, the stories of everybody in between, the murder victims' families being told the death penalty is what's going to heal them, the mother of the death row inmate saying, my child, I've lost my child, slipped through my fingers, me stuck in the middle. And people will go on that journey with us together. If you don't touch emotions in some of the deep questions, moral questions, in a way we can never come to a satisfactory stance or position on anything. The opera of Dead Man Walking is a phenomenal experience.
Tickets on sale now at mnopera.org.